What is going on, everybody? This is Jose Ledesma. This is episode 33 of the Ignorant Shit Only podcast, aka the ISO Show. I'm with my co-host, Kuya Flip.
What up,
AKA
baby?
Round Eye, baby. Let's do it. For today's episode, we have two very special guests. They run Sacramento's 916 pop-out show. They are having a Christmas sale with skateboards and stuff like that coming up, correct? And then you also guys have the homeless giveaway you guys are going to be doing pretty soon. They also have a music label called Wild Life ENT. Check that out on both platforms, Instagram, both pages on Instagram. Give it up for Nataliciousfunk and Boss Body Da Vinci, baby.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man. Ignorant shit only, man.
Appreciate you,
motherfucker.
Thank you guys for coming on, man. And shout out to Mateo with the camera work in the back. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you guys.
He's on his 3-day bender right now.
Yeah,
let him rock.
Facts.
So let's talk about, before we get into like all the stuff you guys do as a team, let's talk about you guys individually, right? How did you guys meet, first of all? Because obviously you guys have a beautiful baby girl together. You guys have been together for, I don't know how long, but you guys have been together for a while. Yeah. So let's talk about you guys individually. How did you guys meet and get together?
Yeah, go for it.
So I met her at the skate park, you know, Power In Wildlife, you know what I'm saying, Power In Locals, you know, that was my home park I was going to, and then her brother used to be at the park. I used to skate with him, her older brother, and then oh, that's her younger brother, yeah, that's her younger brother. He got a beard, like his beard make him look hella older than everybody, but yeah. But I used to skate with him, and then she was up there a couple times. I seen her up there, and then I used to just see her at like the little skate homies parties and shit like that. We used to just see each other in passing. That was like back in like 2014, and then but I was like in a situation at the time, like I was in a relationship and shit, and I was going through my like life side quest and moved to New York, hella shit. We started talking when I was in New York, getting ready to move back out here in 2020, and then like since 2020 we've been together. So yeah, and then we just been building. I told her the vision. She do music, you know. I peeped her doing music. I was like, yeah, you know, obviously I do music and shit too. So we connected on that. And then just on the creative shit, we just, you know, just kept building together, and then creatively, romantically, you know, and then, you know, now we got children.
That's what, like, how did that conversation go with bro? It's like, hey, listen, man, I know I used to skate with you, but I got a thing for your sister.
No, you know what though, me, because her brother kind of like a little like shy or like quieter. They like, you know, like he don't really talk like that. Like I used to just see him at the park, like. You know, we like just have a session and kind of say a couple of words. It wasn't like we was hella like, me and her was actually closer, like from the few times we did kick it, you know what I'm saying? We was more like the homie vibes, like, you know what I'm saying? But I just knew her brother first from being at the park. But when I seen her at like parties in the skate park and shit, like.
Yeah, that was like on my own accord. I was like, you know, I also skateboarded and grew up skateboarding with my brothers. So I would be at the skate park skating and just, you know, doing my own 18-year-old things, you know.
She knew the homies too, what the other homie, the homie Prophet and shit. Yeah. She was friends with
Devin.
And, Devin, but also Celeste too. Celeste was that was like her best friend, like growing up, and then like she was cool with one of my best friends and shit. Or I was like, her best friend was dating one of my best friends and shit. So like that was at the time, and then we just knew each other.
Forward all the years later to when he was in New York, and then he would like slid into my DMs off this crazy post that I posted.
Yeah. I started tapping in on the, you know.
He's like, I see the opportunity, I'm take it.
I
was like, this could be, she posted some shit like with like some freaky sex shit. I was like,
it was like Instagram, don't go look. I'm glad Twitter's not a thing and that you could.
Yeah, I was like, this could be ass.
Literally how it started.
Yeah.
He was camping across from her DMs. I got her.
Right there.
I used to come visit out here too, so I damn near used to see
an old ass photo of like a guy like blowing a
trumpet in a girl ass and shit. Like it was tangled up.
Yeah,
it was like
that got you going. You're like, that's love at first sight.
That's the type of shit.
He's into trumpets.
That's the type of shit I'm like, I'm into shit like that. I ain't gonna lie.
He's like, you ever heard that one story at band camp?
Yeah, so don't play the trumpets you find in our home.
Said mute.
Damn.
He said, yeah. A lot of fucking and music going on. A lot of freaking.
So New York, what were you doing in New York, first of all? And what borough were you in when you were in New York?
All right, so my family on my dad's side, actually, they like my grandma. It all started like my grandma from Trinidad, the Caribbeans, and you know, like New York got a big Caribbean community. My grandma, she moved to New York, and and my grandpa was in the Navy. They originated in New York and had like the generation of my grandma, like that was my great grandma. So my grandma and then my three aunties and then they had. Like my grandma had kids, that's my dad. Then two of them moved to LA or whatever, but they started in New York. So I still had hella family out there. That's like where my dad's side started at in America. So
where in New York?
Brooklyn.
Oh,
Yeah, Brooklyn. They from Bed-Stuy, literally. Like my family.
Bed-Stuy,
they literally are from do or die Bed-Stuy, like textbook. And then the neighborhood that they live now, that they had been living in like the past since the 70s, like the 80s or whatever. Is Biggie's neighborhood.
Yeah,
like,
that's Bed-Stuy.
No, but they live in Clinton Hill. Clinton Hill and Bed-Stuy are right next to each other. But St. James Place in Fulton is where Biggie's from. Like that's like his block.
Okay.
That's there. We are literally like in that neighborhood. Like Spike Lee has like a headquarters like right there and shit. So my cousin in New York, because I only got a cousin and an auntie that live out there now. I had another auntie out there that my cousin's mom. She passed away. Rest in peace. But he brought me out there when I was 15. He seen I was interested in art. And he brought me out there when I was 15. Like, he seen I was out here in Sac, getting in trouble in school. They're dropping out of school, getting in fights, doing hella dumb shit. And then he was like, yeah, come out. He seen I fuck with the art, though. So he had me come out there and do, like, some little art programs and little school art programs and shit. And then when I got grown, I just, like, tapped in. Like, I was like, he was like, yeah, you come stay out here. Let's work out here for you. Trying to throw me, like, some opportunities and shit. So I moved out there. And then I was, like, on that shit, like, fucking with the music, fucking with the creative shit, working. And then at the same time, my auntie got dementia and shit. So like, I ended up moving in with them, and I was out there for like 5 years. Yeah, I was out there for like 5 years basically, and then it was time. It was time to get back out here. You feel me? Like after that, like just start shifting and moving around. So
God, what I wouldn't give to sell crack on Fulton Street.
right.
So I do have a question though. So when you were out there for, like you said, you were out there for 5 years. Because I fucking love that movie, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I felt
be a social worker. Fuck the bitch.
Yeah,
Sold her crack. Damn it, that's such a good
real
one.
right there. I was right there, bro, in them trenches, bro. Them New York trenches different. I was out there 5 years, bro. I'm like an honorary New Yorker. Like my New Yorkers will tell you, like they be like, bro, from damn near Brooklyn, bro. Like they damn near like he from Cali, but you know what I'm saying? That's our son. You feel me? Like, they like
okay, so if you now that you've developed that kind of culture being out there, do you think that has had an impact on the way you make music now?
For sure, definitely. The more you get exposed to, we were just talking about this with the homie Esquire. Like the more you get exposed to, the more range you have to draw a reference from. You know what I'm saying? For inspiration, influence. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah, definitely. I think they're rapping fast out there. They they getting they on like the hype. They big on like hype trends. In New York, like everything. It's like it's shit. The trends are serious. It's like we was the first. Like they want to be the first ones on the next hot shit.
Well, yeah, because New York's thing is that they'll always say they're the first because that's technically the birthplace of rap. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I think it was back in like the 70s when that shit came out, at least on their end. Like in house parties, and I think it was in like in the Bronx.
In the Bronx, yeah.
House parties in the Bronx is where technically rap was born in the. You know what I mean? So that's why, like you said, that's kind of the mindset of why they want to be on top of
they
everything.
feel like they should be in the front. They understand, but it doesn't matter, like, if they know that they're not the first to do something, like, they gonna find something that they gonna be the first at and then try to make it, they'll make it look hella like, hey, this is tight.
This is our shit.
They put the stamp on it. Like, they're like, we putting the stamp on shit. It's New York. You feel me? Like, that's how the mentality is. Like
didn't you fall in love with a stud in Bed-Stuy?
No. Before you all got here, though, I was talking to Flip about New York. I saw it's ironic that you were actually living there at one point. I went there for vacation.
Okay.
Back in like 2019, and I went there with my two older sisters.
I was out there at that time too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
So we flew out from Oakland or Frisco, one of them, and then we got to JFK at like 3, 4 in the morning. Me and my sisters. And so we, our spot was in the Bronx, like dead in the trenches of the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which obviously I didn't look up the address for the Airbnb, but that's where it was at when we got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole Bronx.
So you know how like there's that scene in Creed where Michael B. Jordan's running, and then you got the youngsters on the fucking 4-wheelers doing wheelies and shit. It was that, but at fucking 4 in the morning in the Bronx. Yeah. As soon as we pull up from the taxi, we get out of the taxi. All you see is on one corner like four studs built like Debo shooting dice, just saying a whole bunch of loud shit. On another corner, you had dudes just in front of the housing unit, just fucking with their car doors open, blasting loud ass music.
Yeah.
The other corner, you just saw two motherfuckers on 4-wheelers.
You was in there in the summertime, right?
This was summertime.
Yeah, that's summer vibes.
This was in like
they wouldn't dare do it in the winter.
No, this was like June, July.
Right.
But mind you, this is like 3, 4 in the morning.
Right.
This active
it's summer.
At 3, 4 in the morning.
They was inside all winter, bro. It's summertime.
And then I'm like, so me and my sister, I'm just looking at each other like, this is a wild fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, this is different.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that was like a whole experience, a whole weekend. It was like the Puerto Rican. There were dead ass 4 studs that built like Debo. You could just hear talking shit, just cussing each other out, shooting dice.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is a real different place.
He walked up, he was like, I'll play dice for your heart right now.
Right, exactly.
Sevens, bitch.
He said, now take me home.
Right.
Now take
Piggyback me to
said,
the
get in the car.
Exactly.
Get in the car.
Get in the taxi.
Yeah.
Get on my handlebars.
Handlebars is wild. But yeah, no. When I was there for the Puerto Rican festival. So that.
Oh yeah, you Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Hey, they got the best festivals, bro. Like,
no, it was a fun ass time.
Shout out Mofongo.
Yeah. Come on, he knows.
That's the only thing you bring up is Mofongo.
We got a mob out there as a unit one time, bro.
No, it was a good ass time. Me and my sisters had a blast. We did all the tourist shit. We were only there for a weekend, so it wasn't a lot of time.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? But it was a good ass time. You know what I mean?
We about to get these pop outs popping out there too. I'm getting the homies ready, like to start, setting it up. Yeah, so we about to eventually. I don't know if next year or the year after, bro. But that's in the works, bro.
Well, how's the skating scene out there? Is it just as big or even
bigger?
bigger?
Damn near bigger. Damn near big. California obviously is the biggest, but bigger than Sacramento. New York skate scene bigger than Sacramento. Like it's legends, it's pros from Sac, but it's New York. Is New York. You feel me? The best of everything is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like so, they got a big famous park, LES. Lower East Side, that's like a famous park. Nike remodeled it. It used to be an old skate, like a DIY spot, and then Nike came and turned it to a real park.
Oh damn!
We got the homie Apollo Cuts is out there. I don't know if y'all know Apollo Cuts, but he pro skater from out here, from Oak Park. He live out there, and then he locked in with the Gang Corp homies. Gang Corp is like the biggest independent skate company in New York. That's the homies. You feel me? That's the bros. So it'd be nothing to go crazy. And then of course I'm tapped in with the music out there. So it's all we need to do is get a flight and a place to stay. We have ourselves a pop out.
Yeah.
You feel me? A
My
New York pop
cousin's
out.
out there too.
Yeah, her cousin out there.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you guys, when you guys do the pop outs, you guys slide with a lot of your own equipment, right?
Yeah.
How would that work? You know what I mean?
They got it all out there. We got the homies got the sound equipment. Everything we got out here, they got out there.
Right.
The homies got. So that's all we got to do. You just pull up. You feel me?
Organize it.
Yeah, because even podcast shit, they got podcast shit we could use for free. They be doing the podcast, all the shit we be doing out here. They got that same stuff going on out there too. With they got the scenes and the creative scene and music scene, skate scene and shit. And it'll all just I already see it going crazier than anything we did out here just because it's New York. So they be hella extra with it. You feel me? It's gonna be an extra turn up. Everybody gonna.
That's fire as fuck, bro.
The funny thing too, when I was out there, was the stereotypes about everyone calling each other Poppy and shit, especially if you're Dominican, Puerto Rican, and all that shit.
Sure.
That was real as fuck. I did ass walking around New York. Grown ass men call me Poppy. I'm like,
it don't even feel awkward then there because it's so regular. You like, hold on, man.
And for a minute, I was like, hold on, but then you know what I mean? That's the lingo.
Yeah,
so I'm dead ass okay, say less. So that's how this is how it is.
Yeah, that's bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Poppy. Yeah. No
Did
Poppy.
you start calling people Poppy?
Yeah, he was calling me Poppy before he went out there. It's kind of weird.
Before he went out there, he's
He's like, I don't know why.
What's that about?
So. So obviously, you guys have your own family and all that. What is the family dynamic when it comes to not only you guys working together as a couple, but when it comes to throwing these events, running Wild Life Entertainment, just everything that you guys do together business wise? How do those interactions and meetings and shit go together when you guys are discussing business?
Man, I've been trying to get on the structure of just having hella meetings, you know what I'm saying? Just treat it, we can always talk, amongst ourselves when we're together at the house and stuff like that, with or without the kids. But I've been trying to implement structure, you know what I'm saying? Trying to take it up a notch with the professionalism, every year, every time we doing something, just get more and more organized. So I've been trying to structure it with meetings, trying to have as much as possible, schedule some time where we could get together with no distractions and really get to business, you know what I'm saying? And then we plan stuff. And then after we make a plan, and throughout the week we'll execute it. And sometimes we'll have a baby there. Sometimes the baby will be with my mom or her family, you know what I'm saying, and we'll be able to, you know, get to it. But with or without the baby, we get into it. The baby there seeing it too. She soaking up the game. If she there, she gonna be there part of it. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Give me my juice.
And sometimes like they'll have like brick and mortar meetings, and like I'm at home with the baby, so we'll be on Zoom, you know, and it's like I'm just like, you know, I'll take the notes. I'm the secretary, you know. We have our roles and like our strong suits, and we just like focus on that, you know, and like
you set time aside to make the list of goals, and then like a to-do list, be like, all right, like this is what we got coming up, like this is what we need to do. By this time, we need to have this done. You feel me? Like, so we just structure it like that.
Like setting deadlines and shit too.
Yeah. Like we gotta get flyers made. We gotta make this many posts. We gotta make some videos. We gotta lock in this many vendors, this many artists. You know, by this, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how we kind of structure it. And whatever we got on our plate, like that we gotta work towards. Like we gotta see. We'll try to make some time to talk about it, and then be like, all right, let's make this happen by this time.
I work well with deadlines too.
I have to. I need it. I need that structure. Like that's the only way. Like I feel like shit gonna get done and not keep getting put off. You feel me? And even if it does get put off, it's okay. I don't want to like, you know, like burn us out. You feel me? But like it's like, all right, as long as we got it in mind that we like, all right, we didn't get it done this time. Like this still needs to get done. Like that's still on the to do list in the pipeline. You feel me?
So the pop-out shows, that's obviously the like most well-known thing you guys got going on right now.
Appreciate it.
Where did that start? And like what was the process when you guys started out of like, oh yeah, this is gonna be something we're gonna do, non-profit. We're gonna have people in their businesses come out with, you know what I mean, as vendors. We're gonna have live performances. We're gonna make sure it's at a skate park specifically. So that people can, you know what I mean, skate, do their shit. And then also too, I noticed it's also a spot you guys allow people to shoot their own music. You know what I mean? Shit
everything.
Like that. So like, where did all that begin? Where was the start point for that?
It was a process. Like I was in New York, like I said, like since I moved back here from New York in 2020, and it's been like a run. Like we've been going ever since. Like that, literally, like just like told them about it. Like her and Luke, you know, who's not here right now with us, but I told both of them, and they've been my ride or dies. Like, and they believed in it, and like we got like a strong like bond with each other. Like, and we just both we all kind of believe in the same thing, got values in the same thing. So when I told them what the vision was, like, they was 100% on board. They was like, you know, let's get it. Like, you feel me? They, you know, like they felt that motivation that, you know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, for sure. Like, we got to do something. That's cool. That sound cool. Like, but it started like, you know, I've been doing music for hella long. I'm 32 now. I've been doing music like since like middle school and shit. But when I was 17 or whatever, like, I was at the skate park. I was going to the skate park all the time doing music. We made Wild Life with an original group of people at the skate park and shit. And then, you know, I just been on that music grind for hella years, and when I went to New York, I was on a music grind too. And we would have to throw our own shows because there wasn't you know, like people would be weird and gatekeeping and cliquey like with the shows. They'd be like, nah, you gotta kind of like pay us. Hold on, I'll get back to you. Like, hold on, like we gotta see, like, you know, like all that stuff. We didn't like that. We didn't want to wait for nothing. So in New York, you know, we started throwing our own events or like locking in with the homies that was throwing events. And then I kind of just like around 2020, I was like in New York from 2015 to 2020. And then like around 2020, like in 2019, I had been visiting California. And I was like, bro, I'm ready to go back home, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be out here in New York. I can't do another New York winter, bro. Like, I fuck with it, but like I'm gonna have to come out here in the summer or something. Like, I'm ready to go back home and start doing some other shit, building our own infrastructure. And while I was out there, I was feeling like, you know, like I'm out here, bro, trying to get on, like, and it's like I need to go back to the soil. You feel me? Like that's what I learned out there. It's like, man, everybody kind of just putting themselves on, investing in their people. You feel me? Investing in their community. So I got big on that while I was out there on some like independent shit. Like I kind of like had an epiphany. Like I'm like, no, I need to go back home. Like, and I can't do nothing until I do something at home first. Like accomplish something at home first with the soil. You feel me? Invest in my real soil. And you know, shout out to New York. That's a home away from home. They like kind of put me in that mind state where I learned that, you feel me, where I realized that. And so in my head, I was like, okay, when I get back to Cali, we finna start, I got Nat, I got Luke, we about to start doing our shows. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, the skate park would be perfect, you feel me, because that's where I started rapping at. We used to be rapping there, kicking it anyway, having music playing, people was barbecuing, people was in there boxing, doing whatever, all the same shit you be seeing at the pop out. Like niggas was doing every type of thing. Niggas was shooting music videos, like everything, but unstructured. Like it was just like you could go to the park that day and that'll be happening.
Some shit'll go up, yeah.
Yeah, and that's Power In specifically, but obviously like the skate park culture, like it's like that at almost at every skate park anyway. Like LES is like that, like same shit, like same vibe. Like you can just come up there as a skate park. They kind of let you do whatever at the skate park. Police ain't gonna bother you. So I was like, what we gonna do is when we start throwing our shows, we gonna start throwing our shows at the skate park. That's gonna be our target audience. That's where we gonna go. It's already people up there, so we gonna do our shows up there, and we gonna give out shirts up there, like give out our merch. You feel me? That's gonna be a way we promote ourselves. That's how we gonna get ourselves out there. Every time we drop some music, we gonna go do a show at the park, and then went to make it even better, more interactive with the community. You feel me? Throw a skate contest. If you win, you get some of our merch for free. Boom. Yeah. That's how the first one started. I just did it. I was just like, I made a post. I was like, fuck it, we need to do this. We had already been making music for almost a year already at that point since I've been back from New York, and then so I was like, man, we need to make something shake. So I was just like, the same week, I just made a post for the pop out, the very first pop out in October 2020. It was like, yeah, we just at Power In, invited some people to perform aside from us. And then we went and did it. That was the first one. And then
blue pop-up tent.
We had like a little blue tent. That's it. All we had was a blue tent, a Bluetooth speaker with a little plug and a mic. And then we had like other like artists that was trying to get out there and perform and shit, hungry and shit, and had them come out there. And then from that first one, people start tapping in. People was like, hey, let me come in, like, woo woo, let me come perform, like. And then so at first we was charging vendors and stuff like that, and we was just, you know, same concept, like having any artist, like if you want to come perform, tap in with us. And then after it kept growing, and we did a couple in other places and kept doing it, and more people kept tapping in. We ended up getting sponsors from like 7 Leaves and stuff like that, and people giving out prizes. We tap into all the community, be like, hey, throw donations. You know, we start getting more people involved. After more shit getting involved, it just start feeling wrong to charge vendors. You feel me? I was like, and especially as a free event, I'm like, I just want to, you know, give people the opportunity. You feel me? Like it became more about like, okay, yeah, we was doing this for like Wild Life at first, just like the team, but I'm like, shit, and we need to do this for the city, period. You feel me? Like the city like needed everyone, like if people tapping in, they need access, they trying to get it on. We come from that same place. Like we resonate with that, like trying to have a platform out there for us. Like it all came from me, like what I needed when I was 17. You feel me? Like trying to be an artist. You feel me? Like I needed some type of guidance, some type of opportunity platform, and somebody encouraging me to put myself on and not try to get put on. You feel me? Like put yourself on, like put yourself in position by putting in work. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get yourself out there. You gotta, you know, don't expect nobody to put you on. Build your own name for yourself. Like, and so I'm trying to like that's where really that come from, and try to motivate and encourage that. And it's been basically growing ever since. So once we stopped charging vendors, I was already like by that point, before I even knew, it was basically like doing nonprofit work. You know what I'm saying? That's basically considered nonprofit work. Because it was just like, you know, we coming out of our pocket to put it together and produce it. And then I ended up getting around some people at the barbershop that like this organization that the owner of the barbershop that I work at, by the way, 4663 Mac Road, come get blend, faded by Da Vinci, you know what I'm saying? Blend them and send them. But yeah, I got to start working with the barbershop owner. He had an organization where he worked with black business owners and trying to, you know, same idea, create opportunities and develop that community. And he put me on to hella nonprofit owners. I had to interview hella nonprofit owners because he's doing an award show to honor the black nonprofits in SAC. But when I was talking to them, I realized that the pop out when they're explaining their process on getting their business running, I realized the pop out, it basically falls in that category. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is what this need to be. This is what the pop out need to be as a nonprofit. You feel me? Because the city, that was my idea too. I'm like, the city should be having a platform for, you know, artists like on every level and small businesses on every level. Like the closest thing that got to it to me is like concerts at the park, something entry level that the community could come enjoy and come participate in as a business or an artist.
Is that a free event too?
Free
Concert
event.
at the park?
Free event. They're a nonprofit.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's that's why I realized, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that. And it's basically like the city gonna pay to put it on, or like sponsors gonna pay to put it on, but we gonna, you know what I'm saying, have that infrastructure. So it's just been growing ever since, and we're gonna try to, you know, expand it. You know, we taking the formula of just DIY event setups. Obviously my background is skateboarding, and I know like that there's a whole bunch of intersections and cultures and genres at the skate park. So, but we want to expand, you feel me? We hit other skate parks. We trying to go all the way across the country, all the way across California, the world, like, and we're not going to limit it to just skate events. You know, I got background in art, basketball, whatever people got backgrounds in, like, we just trying to get every, like, you know, whatever there's a need for, like, that's what we trying to target, you feel me? Like, you know, like for the community and shit. Creative solutions. The artists got to come up with it.
Absolutely. So when it comes to like those events specifically, again, I've noticed that especially this past year, you guys went up and down the coast.
Yeah.
So how has it been trying to reach out to those communities and those people in those communities to be able to put on those events, to get people in those communities involved in those events? Like, what does that process look like?
So we only go where we tapped in at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only place.
Can you kind of name off the areas you guys went to?
Yeah. So this last year, we did it 2 years actually, 2 years in a row. Like I was thinking, we already did tours, or we already did the pop out. It started at Power In. That's my home park. And then I was thinking, I was like, it's time. Like at one point in my head, though, I already had it in my mind. We need to expand eventually. Like we're gonna do a tour. Like already from the beginning, I was like, I knew we was gonna have go like travel the world with it. You feel me? Like once I seen it work the first year, I was like, we gonna have to take this everywhere, every skate park. Like I already know, cause I done been to hella parks. For example, like Venice Beach, another one. Like last year and the year before, we be fucking with Placerville, Venice Beach, Chico, Santa Cruz, Long Beach. What else? What's another one? Frisco. We went to Frisco. And so we chose those cities because it's like I'm tapped in LA. Like my dad's side of the family that's from New York, half the aunties from that generation moved to LA. So I've been going to LA my whole life. Got hella resources out there, connections out there, and I've been a skater out there too. Not only just on some music shit and some skate shit. I'm tapped in both. Like so I already know to go. Like in a skate park, same concept. Like every skate park basically like PI. You could go do whatever you want. Like from doing meth to fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? You could go out there and do meth, or you could go out there and, you know what I'm saying, have a skate contest, shoot a music video, box, barbecue, like play music. Like they be letting whatever go on in the skate park because they don't want you just doing that in the street. They give you the skate park for the community to go do the shit. Like, so we, you know.
Meth.
yeah.
That's a wall. That's a wall.
I know. If you want, you know what I'm saying. That's available. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not encouraging that, but I'm saying that's there though. But yeah, no, we reached out. Like, I'll be reaching out to you know, the other city. Like it's easy to reach out to LA because I know people in LA. So I'll reach out to the artists. I'm like, hey, I hit a couple of the homies. I'm like, you know, vendors, you know, other artists. Let's put it together. You feel me? So in places that we more tapped in at, it's easy. But places we less tapped in at, it's hard. Like I thought we was tapped in Santa Cruz because me and my brother went out there and made a speech at Salinas High School, which is kind of by Santa Cruz, and like it was like. I had that performance too. It was like 500 kids each period. We had to do 5 periods and like 500. It was like basically talk to like 2,000 kids and it was like getting autographs and taking pictures and getting to Spotify and all that shit. Like after that like speech. So I'm like, damn, we gotta do a pop out here. Like you feel me? Like I'm like, we need to turn it up out here. And then when we tried to do it, it was like summer break and we wasn't really tapped in like we thought. And it was kind of like the first year we did Santa Cruz, it was kind of dry. So like that was kind of difficult. Like that was kind of, and then you got to drive all the way out there, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying. But last year was cracking because this year, because we ended up making sure we was more tapped in out there. So like I'll do shit like go type in Santa Cruz vendors, Santa Cruz events, Santa Cruz rappers, Santa Cruz artists on Instagram. That hashtag, look it up, and damn near reach out to niggas that put that hashtag and be like, hey, this is what we be doing. Y'all trying to get together and do something. And we met a whole little collective out there just from doing that.
Shout out
Progress in Numbers, No Morals, all them, you feel me?
Light.
Red Baron, Shine Light, yep, yeah.
Three-Headed Dragon.
Three-Headed Dragon.
All of them. They're kind of a collective out in San Jose, Santa Cruz area. They drive up to Santa Cruz, down to Sacramento for the pop-outs here, you know, so it's a collective.
Are those guys the band? Oh, okay.
But there was a band that was
I forgot their
caravanning.
name. Yeah, I forgot their name.
So they performed at 2 pop-outs, right? Because they did the Santa Cruz one, but they also did the one right before the Santa Cruz one, no? It was like a day before. I don't know, but...
Yeah, damn near, yeah. I forgot which one.
They were caravanning like 12 cars deep.
Yeah, they was doing their own tour. They was on their own tour, and I think Esquire put us in contact with them or something like that. And then, so they was there, and then that made Santa Cruz booming. Like that Santa Cruz one ended up being booming. And then LA is nothing. Like you go to Venice Beach, it's already cracking over there.
Yeah, Venice Beach is Venice Beach.
Yeah, it's cracking already.
Yeah, people doing all types of shit on Venice Beach.
Yeah,
skating, working out.
Someone else had a show scheduled the same day. We had to pop out. We just combined it.
Yeah, that was the last year, and then this year it's just like it just has natural traffic at Venice Beach. But like for Long Beach specifically, there's people from Sacramento I know that have moved to Long Beach, like in the skate community. So I was like, same thing. Like, do you know any vendors or any small businesses that would like to come out and be a part of the pop out here? Can you point me in that direction? Yeah. And it's just sharing those, like sharing the different people you know that are creating these businesses. We met
connecting the communities.
Yeah, we met. Her name is Marissa. I can't remember her last name, but she makes jeans. Like she's a skater, and they were there at the Long Beach pop out for one of her friend's brother's funerals. Like they just had the funeral, so they were there already in remembrance of him, and just came and they were like, we love this. And then there was a lady there that has a nonprofit as well, and she was like, thank you so much for doing this here. You know, like we have a councilwoman. She does not do anything for our community. It really takes the people in the community to do for the community.
Hell yeah.
So
that's a special thing to hear, man. You know what I mean? Especially when y'all not even from there like that. And you guys are putting on for the people in the area. That's special.
Yeah.
So for this year specifically, you guys did it from May to September. So is that really like something you guys want to stay on track going forward? Is like those summer-ish, like early fall months?
Yeah.
So that it's the weather's, you know what I mean, somewhat warm, the sun's out type shit.
Yeah, that's the structure. Yeah, like we be having a brutal summer though in Sac, so it's like I'm trying to figure out like a way. But I be seeing like part of my inspiration be concerts at the park though too, because I'm like, all right, they doing kind of like similar what we trying to do, like so. They be over there doing their events still. It'd be 105, and they got it'd be 1,000 people there, and they got a little cooling area with misters and shit. Like that's we about to do that shit too. We about to put misters in this bitch, get tents up. You know,
when we're out of the pop out season, we also are working to do the pop ins, which is indoors. Like we just had the art show at Self Design's Art Gallery, which was the first year in a couple years that we've done a pop-in specifically. I don't know if you went and performed at the other one we did.
He did, yeah. He was over there, 11-11.
Smoke Lounge.
Remember that one year? It was like 3 years ago.
Oh my God, yes, yeah. I remember that.
Blasted that day.
I popped 2 Norcos that day, and I was fucked up, bro.
So is that something you guys are gonna more?
That was a great event, by the way, too. I had hella fun then.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are gonna transition more into too? Is like planning more pop-in events?
Yeah,
like the colder months of the year.
Yeah, that's been on my mind too. Like that's art. You know, art is another lane. Like, see, for me, like it all start with like what I need as an artist, and I know I know there's other people like me. So like whatever like service that I'm trying to provide for myself, I feel like other people gonna benefit from that are like me too. You feel me? Like that are into that shit. Like so and I just start with what I know. You feel me? And then like, you know, as we network, you know, we could go like, if you're an expert at something, we'll go help build that up. You feel me? Like, okay, yeah, if you connected in there, we could come through. You know what I'm saying? Set that up too. But I just start with what I know. So I started with skateboarding, try to get the skate things established. That's obviously like a summertime outdoor event type thing. Everybody outside barbecuing, you know, like that type of vibe. You know, I remember, you know, Domino's at the park and, you know, like barbecuing at the park. Like that's kind of like the energy the pop outs is on, free for the community. And then in the winter months, that's when we're going to start doing, like, I'm like, we got to be indoors. There's not really many indoor skate parks. We could do skate events in the winter, but I like keeping it like, I like to just keep that exclusive for the summertime. I'm not saying that we won't do any skate events in the winter, but I think we more focused on trying to get that art thing popping, because that's another lane that I feel like there's a lack, you know, like for resources and platforms in the industry, for like in the scene in Sacramento at least, for the art stuff. So like every month we want to just have like that'll be like our indoor events doing art stuff, and then these will be more paid events trying to raise money, like, you know, for the raise our own money more. Like when we're dealing with a venue too, that's the other thing. Like part of the formula of the pop outs is we don't have to do a venue. It don't cost us really nothing to throw the event. We just pull up with the equipment. But with a venue, we gotta spend money, so we gotta ask people to invest money too. You feel me? Like in some type of way. And then when we do that, you feel me, the money just go right back into, you know, the shit, like getting ready for the summer and stuff, you know, or whatever. Like, but yeah, just trying to, you know, that's part of the expansion is to like, all right, in the wintertime, now we're about to start getting established in the wintertime with the art scene, like just like how in the skate scene and the music. We're gonna keep the same formula. We're gonna have performances, but it's just gonna be a little more curated, a little more player, a little more grown. You know what I'm saying? Like the skate park, you know, that's open for everybody. Like, you know, you could go up there, be wild, ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Like
your
best turtleneck in the winter.
But in the wintertime, yeah,
that red shirt. That red velvet button up.
Oh, the Fabio? Yeah.
Yeah. No, in the wintertime, we trying, you know, keep it more player, more grown, you feel me, different vibe. That's just part of the expansion. So, you know, that's what it's looking like right now. Like in the near future, it's gonna be, you know, just pop out skate things in the summer, and then pop in art shows in the winter for a minute, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah. So, when it comes to Wild Life Entertainment, you obviously mentioned it earlier as like started out as a music group that you started with the homies. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's expanded to you and Nat and the homie Luke, who's not here with us right now. Mm-hmm. Can you guys kind of talk about like the mission to I guess expand, or even, I don't know how to word it specifically, but like how to get more of the word out there who Wild Life Entertainment is and who you guys as music artists are specifically.
For sure. Yeah.
And since he's not here, can you also kind of touch on Luke and and all that shit too?
For sure, yeah. So Wild Life, it started, I'll never forget where it started. We was over there at Power Inn Skate Park. I pulled up there with my little cousins up there skating and stuff. And then like the first day we went there, like just fell in love with that park. That's why I try to do the pop outs too. Like that energy that come from being at that park, it just give you like, it just feels so like free and fun type thing. That's what we felt when we first went there. So we wanted to like, you know, like I'm like, yeah, the pop outs, we gotta share this. Like, but so I ended up going to the park every day after that and becoming like the skater you see before you know what I'm saying? And then but I met, you know, being up there, all the homies, like I got cool with everybody, and a couple of the homies rapped, you know, shout out my big bro Savvy Williams. He moved to Japan right now. He in Japan with some Blasian kids, you know what I'm saying, doing the, he doing it out there. And then, But yeah, he was rapping. You know, he was one of the people. He was like a big bro to me. You know, had a studio at his house. You know, kind of was like my first real guidance in music for real. And him, and then it was like a producer he was messing with named Armani. They started the name Wild Life. Like they came up with the name Wild Life, and they had like this like alternative like Odd Future, Tyler the Creator type, like but with street-esque, like grittier, like you know what I'm saying, kind of sound. And then I just came and like, you know, complimented that, added to that, and put some like, you know, like some hustle and muscle behind it. And then we ended up getting the homie Prophet too. He started going crazy. We was having like little like house parties and shit, and we was printing up CDs, giving them away, selling them at the park, getting our name out there like that. We was getting like booked for little skate shows, and it was just like in the skate scene. People was knowing us. We had like a little tiny buzz just off that. Back in the day, but you know how it be with groups, and you know when you young, everybody getting into it over little dumb shit, over like, you know what I'm saying, like niggas don't be motivated, niggas don't be focused, trying to, you know what I'm saying, like handle business and priorities, which that's still a problem, like, you know, in general. Actually, I'm like, as I'm getting older, I'm like, that's just something you gotta choose to do or choose not to do, you feel me? Like, and so I just over time I started really seeing like people wasn't really serious, you feel me? Like people had a passion for it, for the music and stuff like that, but like people wasn't really motivated to really put that grind in, put that pain in like you need to make something shake, you feel me? And like really be committed to that. So, you know, like things kind of fell apart, fell out. The homies then fought each other hella times, like on bad terms with each other. Like, no, I'm not speaking to him no more. Like, we not speaking with each other no more. Like, fuck that nigga. Like, you know, it'd be shit like that. And then because they doing that, like, it's like now it's like, all right, what do we do when it's time to, you know, drop music? Like, that just messes up. You know how it is with groups. Like, groups is they once they get in fights, there's no more groups. Yeah. Like, yeah. So that kind of died out, and I just kind of like, you know, kept pushing it on my own. Like I was like, you know, I always like keep the dream alive. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep the vision alive. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to do it. So we kind of fell off like that, and then like that's when I ended up moving to New York like a year after like the group stopped fucking with each other, and I was still kind of pushing it, but I was on some different shit. Like in New York, I was just kind of like just trying to be on my independent shit. But then I ended up just fucking with some people out there, getting in the group, and another group thing broke up. Like it's crazy. Like. But I was like, no, we gonna, you know, so Wild Life always been in my mind. I'm like, we just gonna keep that. That's gonna be a label now. Before it was a group, and when I was in, like I said, like over time, like once I got it in my head to move back to California, I was like, the one of the homies that's a producer. I'm gonna talk about Luke real quick. One of the homies that's a producer, I know Luke from the bro Corby Comeback. He was like a
that's crazy work.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You know Corb too, huh? Yeah, you work with Corb. Yeah. Shout out Corb, man. Yeah, he made beats for us. I know Corb since we was in diapers, you know what I'm saying? And he know I've been doing music like the longest out of everybody, you know what I'm saying? So Corb was like my first producer. Like I was with him when he was making like little funky little beats, like, you know, when you first start producing and then you put a horn in there with an accordion and you know what I'm saying? Like just a whole bunch of sounds clashing. Like I was with him since then, but he ended up getting nice. We started putting music out together. That was all while I was out here messing with Wild Life too.
Is that music still out today?
Yeah, some of it is. Yeah, Young and Hungry 2 is out on SoundCloud. You know, ZuDevine. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of stuff. Even my Family Oriented, he produced. To me, that's like my strongest project independently, and he produced pretty much most of that. You know what I'm saying? Family Oriented. That's out on OT Da Vinci 2. He did OT Da Vinci 1. So yeah, he's still he fire. I'll never, you know what I'm saying? I'll never take away from his talent or whatever, but. So he knew Luke too, and when we was younger, like when I was like 19 or something like that, like before I moved to New York, because I moved to New York like 20 or 21 or something, like, but when I was messing with him, he knew Luke too, and he only had 2 people rapping with him. Like he had me over there on a separate occasion and Luke over there, and we would hear each other's shit, but we never like locked it in. So by the time I was moving back from New York, getting ready to move back out here, he hit me. He was like, hey man, Luke, you know, brother over here, he trying to get into the music. He taking it serious. Like he want to like lock it in. Like what was that label shit you was talking about? Like because I told him we wanted to start like use Wild Life like a label. We gonna start our own independent label, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna put ourselves on. You feel me? Instead of trying to get put on, we just gonna make a name for ourselves, and then we gonna highlight. You know, we gonna invest in people that we believe in. You feel me? And then, so he put me in contact with Luke. And this is the same time I'm slid in her DMs about the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? It's about the same time. But she had a musical talent too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I believed in her too. She already had a natural talent easy. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, and they real people, you know what I'm saying? Both of them like got good values, good, you know, spirits, good hearts, you know what I'm saying? So like I mess with anybody. I got a super big heart and soft spot for people that's like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, we vibed. The vibe automatically was there. So I'm hitting him on the phone. I'm like, yeah, brother, like, you know, this is what we gonna do. I told him in New York before we ever threw a pop out, before like anything, I was like, yeah, this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get together. We're gonna make some music. We're gonna drop hella slaps. And then we're gonna go out and tour our shit around the city at the skate parks. That's gonna be our shows. Like we're gonna do it at the skate parks, and then once we make a name for ourselves at the skate parks, we got like once we establish ourselves in Sac, then we're gonna make a name for ourselves in Cali. Once we do that in Cali, then we're gonna make a name for ourselves in the United States, then the world, all independent off the muscle. That's what we're gonna do. You feel me? And then it's been rocking since then. Like once I moved back to Cali, literally the next day after I got back, I bought a Buick LeSabre, and it was mobile. You know, I ain't had no car. I saved up my last I had a little 1300 from New York, slid, bought a whip, and then we were just moving from there. Next day, made a song, made Cash Time, out now on all platforms. You feel me? On Family Oriented.
I think I remember that Buick.
Yeah. The Buick with the curtains, flare. Yeah. Mobbing. So, and then same thing with Nat. You know,
that's when Nat got going. She was like, "Wow, he got curtains."
right.
Hold on. You could flip the front seat up in the middle, and I could sit right.
Yeah, they had a
next
bench
to you.
seat in the front
Oh,
too. Yeah.
Oh, bench seat.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, you
You
don't
already
want to
know.
know what happened. In
Drive-ins. Drive-in.
Driving is crazy.
Drive-in.
Who's playing these goddamn trumpets?
Freeway.
I'm trying to watch the Avengers. They out here playing trumpets.
That was our first date. It was a drive-ins. That was like the next day after I got back from New York. Like,
What is this, acapella?
I'm trying to think when did you start? Like, cause
I can tell about how I got started as Nataliciousfunk.
right.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it was the year was like 2017 probably, and I was fresh out of a separation, and I was mad. I was real angry, right? And I've always been a writer, a poet, but really, I would be at Eco Thrift writing these rage poems, right? Like beats.
Shout out Eco Thrift.
Talking shit. Shout out Eco Thrift. This is where I met Marlon, bro. Oh man, that was my dog. He was the first person that came up to me. Really, I was real anxious and nervous, and he came up to me the first day I started. He was like, "Hi, my name's Marlon, and tomorrow's gonna be my 21st birthday." And
Teletubby.
and then the rest is history. And so, you know, I was going through a separation at that point and just so angry and mad, and I was really writing a lot of poems about it. And it was Marlon and Deshaun Visions, Quentin.
Oh yeah, shout out, bro.
Shout out Deshaun Visions. That were like, hey, put your poetry to beats. Put it to, like, make music. And then I was like, bet, say less. And so, like, I have some SoundCloud songs called, like, Heartless and Skeletons I wrote, and that's on Vices. And yeah, the rest was history. I dropped Skeletons, and, like, that's when I think he was hearing my music too. So, you know, I was just like, okay, well, I don't have a team, and I don't know what I'm doing with this music stuff, you know? So, like, yeah, like, let's get together. I'm trying to get on Wild Life too, and just, like, you know, when you find the people that are on the same path as you, and, like, you guys can all be inspired together, was, like, you know, that's what drew me to them. And
so when you were doing Vices,
Yeah.
you kind of mentioned that was like 5-6 years when you first did like the first track for it.
Yeah.
So that means that it was like a long project for you to like get from the starting point to you releasing it and doing the release parties and shit.
Yeah.
Like, how many first of all, how many tracks were on Vices?
12.
12. Mm-hmm. So how do you figure when you're writing and you're, you know what I mean, you're starting to put the music out there and put it in the booth, how do you know what's going to make an album or whatever you want to call it, mixtape, whatever, versus what's not going to make it? Because obviously 12 is a good amount of numbers. So maybe you could have had 14, 15. I don't know what you had behind the scenes, but like basically what is the elimination process for your tracks?
If I'm hard rhyming in my raps, that's not making the cut. Like, that's got to stay in the vault, you know? Like, if I'm rhyming like high and dry and sky and fly, I'm not dropping that. But like, it's got to be like just more poetic. I was just talking actually yesterday to Indigo Queen about, I'm working on Virtues right now, which is my second album after Vices, but it's like the writing process. My writing process is long. Sometimes I'll put a beat on and I already have hella of the song written, but it's like, okay, I need to add more, you know? So like, I'll listen to the beat a couple times and like I'll add a bar, you know? And then maybe nothing else comes, and I'm going to put it on pause for the rest of the day, and I'm going to come back to it tomorrow. But super intentional. I'm super intentional with what I choose to say and how I choose the message that I choose to put out. You know, I have daughters, and I just really want to, you know, push love and light out there. And it was just like a process of you know, my pain and that journey. So, you know, I guess what makes the cut? Yeah, if it flows well, and I don't know, most of the stuff that I made was just, I loved it, and then I'll like play it for my peers, you know, and if they're like, I'll listen for their reaction, you know, and I'm like, okay, they're messing with it, then.
Yeah, it's a feeling. You know, you can feel when it's like this got to make the cut. You know what I'm saying? You know that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, this one of them ones. Like this going on there. You know, I'm proud of this work. You know what I'm saying?
So in terms of that was released in 23, right, or 22?
22.
Okay, and then you said you're working on Virtues right now.
Yeah.
What is the target number of tracks, and what is the target release date that you have so far for that? If you don't know yet, that's fine. But you know what I mean, just so people can get an idea of when they can expect. You know what I mean? Yeah,
there's 12 tracks on Virtues as well. I haven't decided on a specific drop date because I am being real patient with it. My producer keeps asking me.
Oh, so it's already done.
It's not already done. It's getting written, but there's like 6 songs that are done, and we have a.
Oh, so you're halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there. Yeah, so I would say projected at the latest March of 26.
March of 26.
At the latest.
Okay. At the latest.
Okay. So that means you're about to get grinding. Then.
Yeah,
right.
That's
so
90 days away.
2 months.
Vices took, like you said, like probably 5 years from when I first dropped Skeletons on SoundCloud, to getting like Getaway. And Getaway I wrote in 2020, inspired by Marlon, actually. We went on a hike. Horrible idea. That you did.
Oh, yeah. That was Mateo was there too.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
He wanted a helicopter.
Oh my God. That was
Wait.
one of the best and worst experiences of my entire fucking life.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, what? Marlon and I went on the hike first before we took you guys, okay? And our dumbasses took a 5th of tequila. We took some mushrooms. We got to the bottom of the hill, and we're like, yes, working on Getaway damn near, like playing beats and shit. That tequila was not a good idea. No. I would never recommend. I would tequila never recommend that. Oh my God! First of all,
the climb.
No, it was.
It's the backup. It's the backup.
The backup. Wait, hold on. We go on this hike. Okay, horrible idea. Once we get to the top and the tequila's gone. All right. Marlon was like, "Let's do it again. Let's do the hike again. I'm gonna bring all the boys with me." So we got a whole gaggle of us.
Gaggle.
I pull up like a frat unit of measurement.
Gaggle. Damn.
Gaggle.
That's an
about 2 gaggles.
Oh, yeah.
Marlon,
Jose can eat 3 gaggles of burgers.
Marlon told them.
Yeah, he lied to us.
He lied to them all.
He does like, oh, bro, it's hella chill. It's gonna be easy as
hike.
hike.
He said it's like 20.
Halfway down,
now.
I'm like, this bitch.
They're like, this is straight down. And we're 20 minutes in. How much longer we got? And we have like another 20 minutes. It's like a 45-minute hike down.
Yeah. About an hour and 15 back up.
They were ready to die.
He was screaming.
Back up is crazy.
He was screaming at me because we damn near left him.
Back up, yeah.
He was like,
and they was leaving. I was like, I can't leave Mateo behind, bro. You know, we can't leave the homies behind. And he's like, Joe, call a helicopter, bro.
Call a helicopter.
I'm like, bro, no one's coming to get you.
Uber
I'm
helicopter.
like, I'm not picking you up.
Leave me here.
And no one's coming to get you. Yeah. So I'm like, you better get your ass up, bro.
He's like, where's Flip at? I'm going to pistol whip him.
I've never seen so many grown men crying all together at once.
Man, it'd be stressful.
I was hot. I was like, this fat bitch lied to me, bro.
Y'all down there a survivor out there.
Yeah, Mateo was pissed. I was pissed. I was like, this bitch lied, bro.
Yeah. Now, them hikes be treacherous, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I think they were just upset that I lied.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Because had he said if it was anything like it was, I would have not showed up.
Mentally
I would have been
prepared.
in bed still. I would have been in bed still.
I had to lie to him, otherwise they wouldn't have came.
Oh, shit.
He said, you need this. You're going to love me later.
He says, chill walk, chill hike. Yeah. Man. He's gonna be chill.
He said, it's beautiful at the bottom.
Yeah. Look at us now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're still overweight.
Like you said, oh, damn.
Yeah, made it.
All right.
I seen this have an extender on it to fit your head. What? The headset has an extender to fit your head.
You're hella disgusting.
That's crazy. His head did get a little wider.
It did. I didn't cut my hair all the way.
He got the K-Mod cut.
But yeah.
No K-Mod cut.
But Vices though, yeah, like Skeletons was recorded in 2018. Getaway was recorded in 2020, and then finished throughout the year of 2021 and dropped in January of 2022, which both of you guys were at the album release for that.
Yes,
yes,
at that downstairs spot.
Yes,
yeah.
Street, right?
K-Bar.
Okay, so it took you 5 years for the project, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times when people create albums, there's like a feeling or a moment in time, and that's where that album comes from. In the span of 5 years, how, like, was the thought process like, fuck it, I already have these songs, I'm going to put it on there? Or did you stay in that same mindset for those 5 years? Like, you know what I mean? How does that change? Because if a lot of things can happen in a year, so the fact that it you know, things had changed for you in 5 years, you know, what was the process like of deciding what was going on?
Great question.
The album.
Yeah, I mean, every song that I listen to on Vices is still relevant to my life today.
Okay.
And it's kind of timeless music to me, and the messages are timeless, and the situations that inspired those songs, you know, I don't have those same feelings, excuse me, like towards maybe who inspired what came out of me, but like the inspiration of the message, like there's
the principle.
The principle, but the situations, like there's still things I experienced like pertaining to the message that I put out, you know? So I still listen to it like I just dropped it, you know, specifically for that album. And that's what I love about it. And, you know, it was real heart-centered and soul-centered, and people feel that still, you know, touring California. Strangers walk up to me and they're like, some guy walked up to me when we were at Soma in San Francisco, the skate park, and just a bystander. He wasn't at the pop out or anything, and he came up and he was like, you wrote that? It was DND, and I was like, yep, I wrote that. He was like, best. He Venmo'd me to buy my album, and he said best album of the year.
Right.
Shout out, bro.
Yes.
Shout out, bro.
Hell of a guy.
But it's timeless music, because it's like, that's my music is my therapy, you know, and I use it to process a lot of what I'm going through. So
yeah, our artists, we make art at Wild Life ENT, man. You know, art is something that, you know, it's something to be processed and broken down. It's like when you look back at, like, you know, the other classic art pieces, like, it's always going to be like, oh yeah, it's always going to make you feel something, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. So yeah, that's...
But I will say though, like, back to the mindset thing, I lived a lot of my life in a mindset of victimhood, and I've definitely stepped out of that, and I'm the victor of my life now. So
hell yeah.
Virtues, it is like you can hear kind of, Vices was me processing the pain, and Virtues is now I'm in alignment with God, and my mindset is that of a growth mindset, and not in victimhood or poor me or you know, like, everybody goes through shit, but it's like, now this is my experience, strength, and hope.
It's the evolution of you and the music with it. That's beautiful. So when it comes to just music in general, are there like specific artists that you like take inspiration from, and is like not necessarily like use their sound, but it's like, oh yeah, I fuck with them tough, to where it's like I want to make my music like that?
Yes, definitely. I like a lot more, like, I guess you would call it conscious rap. But like off the top of my head, I would say La Russell, I would say Coda the Friend, I would say West Side Boogie, I would say Deshaun Visions is a big inspiration of mine. Marlon is a big inspiration. Just like,
yeah, he is very big.
I'm sorry, that was a good one.
No, it was. I give him that one.
Let me see. Favorite artist ever? That's that. Oh, bruh, Erykah Badu, major inspiration. Janae Aiko, you know, in the female rap game, Rhapsody, you know. I think mostly just like, I used to be a real ignorant, right? When you guys met me, I was on some ignorant ass timing, you know? And so my mindset from even then has changed a lot, and really what I put into my brain. So it's like, I just want to hear artists that are talking about like a growth mindset, you know, and I'm a boss and this is how I did it, or, you know, like that spiritual evolution. And so, yeah.
Hell yeah. So,
hold on, what about you? Where would you say you get your inspiration from? Like, you're in specific with artists? Or?
Yeah, you already know, man. Big shout out to Nipsey Hussle. That's one of my biggest inspirations.
R.I.P. Nip, man.
R.I.P. Nip, man. I feel like, you know, even just yesterday I was hearing Make a Million While You Young.
Yeah.
Man, slap that, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, he been like I never really had a big brother. I always been a big brother. So like, you feel me? I look at like, you know, indirectly I was getting guidance from Nip for hella long. That inspired a lot of shit. Clothes, pop outs, like that inspired like that mentality of independence, you know, putting yourself on like Nip, let me see who else. I've been fucking with Larry June since I've been back in Cali hella. You know, I just like that same thing. I like that boss growth mind state, you know what I'm saying? And I also like I feel like the New York got me into like the little like, you know, like more like swaggy, like different like alternative little styles and shit like that. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know on the spot, but off top though, Nipsey, like Larry June and shit like that. You know, Kendrick. You know, them the type of I feel like them like my like favorite artists to listen to that get me in that mind state. You know, where I'm like, all right, yeah, I need to pop my shit too. You feel me? Like get me in that mode. So yeah, them the main ones right now. Yeah.
Fire.
So say less. So obviously you got your stuff coming out. What about you? Are you making something right now, so to where you can release something too as well?
Yeah. You know, for me, like lately, you know, I've been grinding so long with this music. Like I don't even like, you know, I look at music like just another like this, just like another branch of like creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I do art, you know, music, skateboard. There's so many different little like interests, you know. But I'm still passionate about the music. But I want to make sure my team specifically get they just do, you know, because I done put my music out for hella years. Like I've been putting music out for hella years, doing hella shows, like doing all this shit. Like a lot of the time, like they first time performing, being at like pop outs and shows that, you know, like where I'm like a part of the shows that I was invited to, you feel me? Like, so I'm like, I want to make sure that they get their proper recognition. Like the album release party, like I'm like, that's why we need to do an album release party, like so I could get, you know, man, who fucking with it, like the supporters that's on that same vibe, feeling, been rocking with us, you know what I'm saying? Establishing that community around, you know, them. So I'm like making sure, and then we got collab projects and stuff. So I kind of want to like, before I put out Family Oriented though, my Family Oriented is my Vices. That's like my, like, you know, Vices, like that's her first album she put out. It's that project, timeless, and it's always gonna hit. Like it's always gonna resonate, like no matter what. Like it's good body of work, piece of art. That's how I feel like Family Oriented is for me, and that's out on all platforms. I'm like, I'm comfortable with letting that rock until I drop my next like serious piece of art. You know, like our processes, because we hella deep thinkers and stuff. Our processes be like long processes, but it's like we got a lot of shit in the vault though. Like she got a collab album with Luke. I got a collab album with Luke. I got an independent project, OT Da Vinci 2, about to come out. It's OT Da Vinci is out of town, you know, like Overtime, you know, that's all songs I made out of town, out of Sac, like when I'm on the move, working with other artists, collaborating with other people on different vibes. So that's in the vault. And then my next big project I'm working on is Divine Timing. Divine Timing, ZuDevine, Divine Timing. And that's been a big, like, you know, spiritually, you know what I'm saying, being in alignment and just kind of like following like my spirit and getting in tune with my spirit and knowing like what's right for my soul, you know what I'm saying? What my soul telling me is right, but from the connection with the Most High, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna be talking about on Divine Timing. This is gonna be that timing, like, with the values, what we should be prioritizing, like, what mind state I'm in. You feel me? Is like up in the frequency, up in the vibrations, like that's all in the vault. Like it's all pretty much almost done. Like we've been working on like probably since what was our last like actual project drop? It probably was Vices for everybody. Like out of me, you and Luke. Vices probably was like the last album drop that we did. Yeah. We've been just dropping singles since then.
Luke and I have a whole album coming out.
That's what I'm saying. They got a collab project.
Yeah, we have one song left to do on that to finish it out, and yeah.
Yeah, so them all about to drop. I'm about to. I got two just on my own in the vault, and then they got a collab project. And me and Luke got one coming, and then me and Luke Planet of the Apes 2. We got Planet of the Apes 1 out already right now, and I produced most of the beats on that one, and then Planet of the Apes 2 coming out with Luke. And he produced most of the beats on that one. So it's like, we ended up having to produce our own beats after like, I don't know, Corb, damn near. You can ask Corb, like, man, do you still make beats? Ask him that for me.
He does.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He does.
He got people rapping on him. He got you want some?
I'm trying to hear him.
Yeah.
Because I be fucking with him because I like I said, I work with Kes, so I'll be like, man, I know you make beats and shit like that. So I think it's just the department he's in. He was sending it amongst some of our coworkers. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm trying to hear it.
He be a little bit in his shell, you know. I don't know what happened, but we ain't been like making beats together no more, you know. I don't know, you feel me? But we've been making our own beats and just experimenting in the lab, you know what I'm saying? And so we keeping it going. So that
we're gonna do an album together.
Oh yeah, we gonna do one. Yep. So yeah, but yeah, it's in the works. I feel like I don't know what the order is. I feel like we probably gonna drop whatever get done first is gonna get dropped first. So like I feel like OT Da Vinci about to be done pretty soon. They only got one more song. We got a 9-hour studio session booked with Scotty.
Damn.
Yeah, 9 hours.
Scotty B.
Fuck Scotty B. Yeah.
Yeah.
The homie Scotty. Yep. Shout out him. So yeah, we about to probably finish everything up.
Damn, 9 hours. So are you writing in session or do you come already prepared?
Man, come with them clips. Come with them clips, man. Empty the clip, put a new one in. You feel me? Empty it again.
Yeah.
You feel me?
My feature list too for Virtues is there's like dang near a feature on every song.
Yeah.
Oh, say less.
Yeah. And like I just reached out. Sacramento has so much talent.
Right.
And so it's all great, phenomenal artists from Sacramento, whose message is along the same timing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are you able to share a couple of names?
this guy's gonna be on it.
I'm on one of them.
We haven't started yet.
Were you able to get a straight up just breathing track from him?
Yes, that's all it is.
Yeah.
This guy, he's of course got a feature on it. I got some really big ones.
Want to keep to the chest? Okay.
You
want
gonna
to
gatekeep some names?
Yeah, we're gonna gatekeep.
It's good.
I'm gonna gatekeep a couple names.
There you go.
But
when they pop out, you know what I mean?
they're up there. They're popping.
Say less.
Got Sac Legends on there,
Yeah,
man.
Sacramento Legends, you know, which is also an honor because, you know, it could be like a slippery slope to feel discouraged or like, ooh, people aren't messing with my music, you know, but to have a feature like from somebody who is a legend to me, and not only to me but to so many other people in the city, is like, okay, like if this person is fucking with my music enough to hop on my album, like I'm
That's
doing
a win
something
right there.
right.
The Legends giving it a cosign.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
So,
Legends.
but,
So yeah, 2026, man. A lot of stuff coming from Wild Life ENT, man. We just looking for it, man. We need a good camera guy, man. We about to start hollering at Josh Jordan, or we about to start messing with City Sounds, man, over here too.
Yeah.
We want to collaborate that, man.
Come fuck with the game for real. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
Josh Jordan. That dude, he's amazing on the camera. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is kind of, you know what I mean, where we're winding down a little bit. If you guys, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show, I had seen that you guys posted about you guys collaborating with a skate shop to do a Christmas sale
Yep.
for skateboards. And then there's
Is that with
also...
Brody?
Nah. Grody, like I work at Deep Skate now on Sundays, and Grody used to work there, but he just, I don't know what happened. Like he don't work there no more. They like, had like some differences or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I also had seen that you had posted about you guys doing a give back to the homeless.
Yep.
You know what I mean, with the haircut spot.
Yep.
So if you want to talk about those two things, you know what I mean. If there's anything else, you know what I mean, for the rest of the last couple of weeks of this year, if you guys want to talk about.
Yep. So I like I said, I work at Deep Skate Shop, 8161 Belvedere Avenue. You know, I got shout out to Jeff, he the owner of Deep Skate. It used to be Sac Ramp, and they moved a new ownership. So Jeff is the new owner. The shop is actually right next to Power End Skate Park. So on some divine timing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like he reached out to us. He been sponsoring the pop outs, giving us boards and clothes to give out at the events. And then he, he liked how I do my promo, Dougie, you feel me? And so he was like, man, pull up, we need to market the shop, because the shop, you know what I'm saying, needs some promotion. We need people in the store. Yeah. So, by the way, we do every second Sunday, do a free skate. There's a mini ramp in there, like Sac Ramp. It's a free to get in and skate. That's the only time you can skate the ramp. And, we just doing stuff, like we trying to just get more involved, get the word out about the shop. So we doing obviously, we got a sale going on, 15% off. We got complete boards, like not no Walmart shit, $120 complete boards, wheels, trucks, grip tape, everything. Got a whole bunch of new boards in, so all my skaters out there pull up. And it's a music venue in there too. Like we be doing music stuff, open mic stuff. Anyone want to throw events? It's a venue there. Like tap in. You know what I'm saying? We gotta support our local businesses. So that's a business that's messing with the community, real grassroots. Like that's something I feel like we should heavily invest in. And then
31st is here.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to that. So that's Deep Skate Shop, and then the homeless drive. That's actually with one of the homegirls from the barbershop that comes into the barbershop I work at. Her name.
Which barbershop is that?
That's Artistic Fingers on Mac Road, 4663 Mac Road. It's right there by Food for Less on Franklin and Mac. And yeah, we open. I'm there every day, Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6:30. And yeah, one of the homegirls that comes in there, she just started her nonprofit, and she, you know, like that's the thing with, like, you know, the community. A lot of stuff, like, we be waiting for, like, the answer, but we gotta come up with it. Like, we can't wait too long. You feel me? We gotta feed ourselves. We gotta take the initiative. You feel me? Put ourselves on. So she, you know, a lot of people doing that. She one of them. Her organization is called Hope from the Heart. She had the idea, you know, like, giving back, and she a little, like, older and new to the business of nonprofit, and I just learned myself. I'm still learning, but, like, I'm a little further ahead in the steps. So I was just like, this is what you need. There's a lot of stuff she needed help with. Like, all right, like, you need a flyer, like, you need to you know, get the promo video going, put you in connection with the people that make the merch, you know, like, get it popping. So just try to you know, however we can help and assist that. You know, anyone that's on some positive shit like that, you know, you got my undivided support. Like, you know, whatever I could do, if I got time and the bandwidth to do it, I'm gonna help. So I'm collabing with her on that. She's kind of taking the initiative on that. That's her thing. Pop Out is just in support of it. I'm actually not even gonna be there because my uncle passed away in Long Beach. I gotta go to Long Beach the day the event's happening.
Sorry for
My
that.
condolences.
I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I'm not gonna be attending. That actually came up unexpectedly, but you know, but we gonna have our people out there. Esquire Luke gonna be out there. And yeah, free haircuts and stuff like that. A couple of people from the barbershop, T.Y. the barber. So that's coming up. And that's also part of the expansion of the Pop Out. Like, we doing more stuff like that too. Like, we feeding the streets. We about to put more opportunities out there, platforms, resources, bringing the resources to the people. We gonna go find the resources, bring it to the people. Like, that's all, like, our goal, like, summed up as a whole. And then New Year's, this the other thing. Shout out to City Sounds, you know, shout out to y'all too, Ignorant Shit Only podcast, you know what I'm saying? We love everybody that's taking that initiative, that's on that same time and got them same values, you know, of, you know, like, we got, you know, we spotlighting the city for the culture, you know, for us, for the community. So we wanted to, as the Pop Out, we want to, I'll say it live right now on air, you know what I'm saying? We want to collab with City Sounds, you know, it's time to partner up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we, to us, we always say this too, like, the only people we've been seeing active consistently on some, you know, community shit being City Sounds other than us. You feel me? Like that. We be seeing, like, we looking over to the side and City Sounds doing stuff right along, you know, at the same time. So I'm like, I always respected that. And, you know, it's been 5 years and it's like, we started it around the same time. So it's like, it's been overdue for a collaboration. Let's come together, bring our forces together, however we can come support. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna be there, you feel me? And then however, you know, like, we just gonna put our heads together and try to build it to be, you know, bigger and combine the resources and the access. So New Year's Eve, man, right here, City Sounds, man, we doing a community function over here. It's a $20 tickets, come with a plate of food, drinks, you know, and it's gonna be all type of activities. We got me and Esquire hosting, you know, we finna have it lit, party style, New Year's 1999 type. You know what I'm saying? Function, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have, you know, performances, live performances here curated. You know, we're going to have a whole bunch of activities going on. We trying to even, you know, just make it, like, fully interactive and engaging. We finna have games up there, but if you a business in there too, like, I'm finna have a homegirl, like, she could come do a photo shoot in here, like, doing it, you know, have everything gonna be accessible. We was talking about walk-in studio sessions. You feel me? Like, even just on New Year's, like, on that type vibe, like, it's New Year's, is a party going on, but we walk-in studio session, like, fuck it, let's make a slap real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, let's do the photo shoot, you know? So that's coming up. Yeah, man, come party with us, man. Celebrate the year with us. The whole year been crazy. We didn't have high highs and low lows this year. I know everybody feel that. And we had a thug through this year, lost hella people in the process, you feel me? And I know everybody feeling like, you know, if you still here, we in it for the long haul. So it's like, let's you know, celebrate all the wins and all the trials and tribulations we've been through this last year and bring in this new year, you know what I'm saying? And put that motivational, inspirational energy to lock in and double down, you feel me? Double down on the grind and the elevation. So that's what's coming up right now. And then, like I said, 2026, season 6, Pop Out. A whole bunch of music, Virtues coming out, Divine Timing coming out, Planet of the Apes 2 coming out, Poems.
Yeah, I have a show also on the 24th of January to, like, start the year out, which is the Ritual Assembly, which is going to be really cool.
Shout out Ritual Assembly too,
yeah,
they going
shout
crazy.
Out Ritual Assembly, shout out Binks. She's been hosting these beautiful live
Where's
music
that at?
shows.
Where's your event at?
That's going to be at Music Landria on O Street. It used to be the Capitol Athletic Club downtown. So super beautiful venue. It's like, it almost looks like a church. And so I'll be performing with a band with live music. They're going to learn my songs. And that's going to be so amazing. Yeah, very player. Which is also, like, a challenge because typically I use a backtrack when I perform, and so I can have a backtrack, but I'm gonna really work to not have a backtrack on that. And I another show coming up, like just a bunch of shows already planned for next year too. So that's exciting.
And last thing I was gonna say, man, be on the lookout too for all our products. You know, clothing line. You know, we do art drops. We doing a couple more art shows before we start the pop out season. We got a couple more pop ins coming up. We're gonna do a February Black History one. We got the Boss Body, you know, college crew necks. You know, back in the school, back Broke Free University school crew necks. You know what I'm saying? When you on your Boss Body with that baseball logo font, and then the Broke Free hustle hats. You know what I'm saying? The Broke Free hustle hats. You know, if you're trying to stay free from being broke. Just follow Boss Body Da Vinci on Instagram, Broke Free Productions on Instagram to stay up to date with the drops and the releases. I do all the designs for all of our clothes and merch and drops and, you know, flyers and stuff like that. Follow Nataliciousfunk on Instagram, Wild Life ENT official on Instagram to stay up to Pop Out 916 on Instagram. Stay up to date with what we got going on, man. And you know, always anyone can always feel free to tap in with us on if y'all trying to get something started. You know what I'm saying? That's where we specialize, getting shit started, man. So like, you know, however we can help, whatever resources we can bring, come together and build, you know what I'm saying, independently. That's what we on. That's what we about, man. And shout out to y'all too, man. Appreciate y'all.
Check Guap. Check Guap's got the beats too.
Yeah, shout out Check Guap, my brother Check Guap, man. Guap on the line, clothing coming soon. You can catch us outside of Golden One too. Them Beam City shirts coming back. About to be outside of Golden One with the little pop up tables and tents. You can catch us out there after Kings games. Yeah, man, a lot going on, man. Shout out Check Guap, brother Lil Luke, man.
Well, appreciate you guys. Let's clap it up for them. Appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for your time, man. This was a good ass episode. Had a good ass time. Episode 33, right?
Yep.
Episode 33 with Nataliciousfunk and Boss Body Da Vinci. Shout out to Mateo again with the camera work, bro. Appreciate you. Man.
3-day bender.
3-day bender. That's all.
We got him still here, man.
So,
Boss Body.
He's so high. He put up 2 instead of 3.
3-day bender.
In terms of the show, man, Ignorant Shit Only, aka the ISO show, man, we're gonna go back to back. Next week we have Sophia Jordan, aka Mrs. Josh Jordan, aka Super Teacher. We're finna get into the education of the youth. You know what I mean? Especially, what, she first or second grade teacher?
I think it's kids.
No shit, Sherlock. Okay, either way, we're going to get into today's youth, especially the younger generation, see what needs to be changed, what needs to be better, and what's already working for the kids, especially coming from a teacher's point of view. That's going to be a great episode. We're going to already have a camera person, so shout out Josh. You know what I mean? He can't say no. He can't say no.
He can't.
So that'll be the last episode of 2025, man. 2026, blessings all around, you know what I mean? Hope the best for you guys, you know what I mean? Going into 2026 with all of your endeavors. Likewise. Hoping the best for us, you know what I mean? So far, we're going through March, I believe, so far. So we're booked through March. You know, keeping that shit going, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you guys for coming in. Fucking first early morning episode we've ever done. I like it, though, you know, especially coming off of work.
Yeah. It's easier for you.
Yeah, it is. So, thank you guys again for this December morning. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. Or Sunday. Peace.
Sunday.
Yes.
It is Sunday, right?
Yeah, it is Sunday.
Thank you for watching. This is Ignorant Shit Only Podcast. I'm Cootie Flip with my man here,
Jose Ledesma, a.k.a. Puerto Rican Poppy on the mic. If you like what you see and see what you like, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and follow us on TikTok. It's lit, baby. Peace.